units, and I love High Templar, but I also love sentries, and I love hallucinations. So I've been looking for a game of good hallucination. If you got one, you can send it to us at rws2replays@gmail.com. I'd love to see it, but since no one was able to get me one before I got my own, I decided to make my own here. And hallucination is just so good. It's also a nice way to scout without having to build a robotics facility like I am right now.
It also creates a really crazy psychological war. You get some sentries and you have to hallucinate like some crazy unit and pretty much make your opponent freak out if they're not keen on what you're doing. So if you can keep those sentries hidden and all of a sudden just move in with a bunch of, I don't know, colossi per sentry, they'll probably overreact and lose units because they'll be trying to focus down the hallucinations while they're just, your units just pounding away at them. And they're missing out on the real action.
Oh, Raven, look at Light Blue's base.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to mass out some Void Rays.
Yeah, he's got 2 out on the field, the 3rd one's out. Those Void Rays, what are they, 251? Those are expensive, so let's see here, he should start this 4th one soon. It's at 200 minerals, that one's gonna start. And yeah, he does get that one. So we know that he wants to go for mass Void Rays, luckily. Raven does have those Phoenixes, so...
Now, Phoenixes are pretty good against Void Rays, but mostly because they're so fast, they can hit and then fall back before the charge builds up. But, first reason I want to cast this game is hallucination. Nobody ever uses hallucination. And, ironically, it also came with the whole... A lot of people are saying that Void Rays may be overpowered because at a critical mass, they do terrible, terrible damage. But, this game... We're going to have to deal with those Void Rays, and we're going to get destroyed. I mean, he's already got 4 Void Rays out. That's quite a bit, especially compared to our... I mean, we got quite a bit of Zealots right now.
Those floating Phoenixes just look so cool. I love how they glide and how they strafe in the air. It's so high-tech and futuristic. I think it's really appropriate. They did a good job with those units.
Oh, if you look, I have an observer going towards his base right now. I'm about to see those Void Rays, which is going to... make me react accordingly with a lot of intense feelings. My power level will be over 9,000.
Over 9,000!
Raven, what's the scatter say about my power level?
Oh. It's over 9,000!
What, 9,000? There's a way that could be right. Yeah, so as soon as I saw him massing Void Rays, I know that realistically if you let someone mass up Void Rays, you will die. I mean, I've fought with a friend in a 2v1 before, where he just super turtled and massed up Void Rays. A little engagement there. He's going to have to hit and run back. That's exactly why the Phoenix can beat the Void Ray. But if you just try to sit there...
Hallucinations.
Here we go.
Why did you decide to hallucinate Phoenixes rather than
their powers are combined to form Captain Planet. Because he's focusing on the Phoenixes right now. There you guys
gotcha, so you moved in with the hallucinated Phoenixes just to draw the fire from the Void Rays, and then the real Phoenixes were able to pound away at them, whilst taking nil damage.
And that... Yeah, I mean, we only lost 2 Phoenixes that game, or that engagement.
Yeah. Well, that was very impressive.
If you look at the units lost, it's just amazing. This is kind of weird. Actually, the last 4 games I've seen Terran, they haven't gotten any Marauders with their army. They just go Marine Medevac. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, mostly just because Marine Medevac is so diverse, and it's very adaptable. Especially against Protoss, just because you can get them in mass, they're cheap, and they do well versus everything but Colossus and Sandstorm, so...
why wouldn't you want to put Marauders in there, though?
The only reason I wouldn't put Marauders is just for the sake of unit consistency. Even though Marauders would add a lot, Marines come out just a little bit faster, and they're way, way cheaper.
Okay, I get it. So you have no good reason for me.
Also, they're better versus Zealots.
Really? That doesn't make sense to me. They're because they have a higher DPS by just a little bit when they're stimmed or something.
Yeah, their DPS is like I said before, it's more consistent than the Marauders. Marauders really excel versus the armored category, obviously, as everybody knows. I mean, I don't need to tell them that, but and then the Marines